All right, I believe we are live. It says we're live. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday night chat live stream here on the Midgard Musings channel. Thanks for coming by and watching. Wait for some people to start joining, and then we will get into the discussion or the chat or whatever it is that we do here. Billy's in. Cool, Billy. I see Billy's got the moderator gear, so you are modding the chat, my friend. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. All right, guys, wait for some more people to join. It is, it's weird. Yeah, maybe you'll get used to it. Maybe it won't get too crazy. But anyways, it's Monday night, and I'm working on yet another rune set. Just starting it, actually. I've got a total of 4 that I need to make. So this is one of 4. And then today also kicked off the giveaway. So as soon as we get some more people in, we can go ahead and start talking about that a little bit. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to share the video. Hang on, guys. I got ahead of myself. All right, sharing to the page now. Hello there, Milo Malware. Good evening. How you doing there? Thanks for joining the live chat. I'm getting the video shared around, so bear with me a minute. You know anybody that wants to be a part of it, tell them to come hang out too. And I will be back here to say hi again shortly. All right, that'll do that. I think that'll do it. All right, so good evening. Hello. Told your friend that got you into this and that you're streaming, got you covered. Cool, man. Thank you. Appreciate all that. And hello, unknown survivor. Welcome all the way from Australia. You know, I've only gone live, just a few times, and every single time I've gone live here so far, no matter what, unknown survivor has been in the chat. And let me just say that I appreciate that. You know, I don't expect it. Trust me, I don't expect to see repeat visitors and repeat, attendees to the chat, but I appreciate those that do. 100%. It means a lot. And I want to say thank you. We are having the giveaway going on now until when was it? I guess it's I think it's April 1st. Hello, Shay Jenkins, and hello, Sage Mode Andrew, and Goated Dude. What's up? Mike Bergdahl's here. Wow, a bunch of people that I know from the Facebook page are joining in. Some names that I recognize from the YouTube channel. A lot of repeat visitors. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today and saying hi. Like I just mentioned, I'm starting on a new rune set for a client. So I'm going to be doing that while we have our chat. Feel free to ask for any questions. And then we got Gary New checking in from Wisconsin. Hello. That's really awesome, guys. I see a lot of familiar names and stuff popping up, so I really appreciate that. Like I said, the giveaway is, I want to say the giveaway is going on till maybe somebody can refresh my memory. I think I'm letting it go for 2 weeks. I think March 1st is when we announce the winner. But if you aren't sure of the conditions of it, on the community page of the YouTube channel, you'll see a post that I made showing you a picture of this. This is the giveaway box. The gift box that I'm doing is the giveaway. It's got the Elder Food Art runes going all the way around the bottom of it. This is a giveaway item with the Midgard Musings Vine Rune. I'm giving this away, and the conditions of the giveaway are that you have to subscribe to the channel, have the bell notifications enabled, and then pick a number between 1 and 1,000, since this is the giveaway for our first 1,000 subscribers. So you screenshot that you've subscribed and that you got bell notifications turned on. You pick a number, you email the Midgard Musings email, which is all in that post. It's midgardmusingstn@gmail.com. And I will actually select a random winner through a live stream. So, matter of fact, I said March 1st, but I think I goofed. It's actually March 4th. March 4th, which is a Monday, because it's going to be during the live stream on that Monday night when I pick a random winner for that giveaway item. So, got a whole bunch of people already entered the giveaway, some of whom are in the chat right now. Hello, Andrew Strickland. Hail and welcome. Hey, Shane Robinson. We got another fella here from Brisbane, Australia. That is awesome. There you go. We got Unknown Survivor and Shane Robinson checking in from all the way from Brisbane, Australia. So that is really cool. Glad that we got another Aussie here in the house, Unknown Survivor, because I know the last few times we've gone live, you've kind of been on your own in terms of that. No other Aussies in the room. So now we've got at least 2 checking in. So that's cool. We're reaching other parts of the world, guys. You know, it's really cool. One of the folks who entered the giveaway and emailed me today was sending their regards all the way from France, which is also really cool. Just to see that, you know, this is getting out and being seen and viewed by people all over the world. I mean, Australia, I mean, I think we had somebody in here the other day from Japan. You know, Shane and Unknown Survivor here are in Australia. The folk from, you know, some people from France. That's like, it was blowing my mind. Hello from Wild Wilted OSE. It says from Colorado, and thank you for the congratulations on the 1,000 subs. Appreciate you checking in. All right, so yeah, it's really cool to see everybody coming together and wanting to be a part of this. I'm actually so busy this week with these rune sets because they all kind of hit all at once. I didn't have anything going here for a while. I was about ready to get caught up on some more things for the Nashville Pagan Pride, which again, if anybody's interested in helping Midgard Musings get to Pagan Pride Day in September here in Nashville as a vendor, there's a PayPal link that you can donate to the channel through, and anything that you want is appreciated or helpful. I've already got a lot of feedback on that and support from that. We're actually getting really close to almost meeting the goal. So I appreciate everybody's help and contributions to that. All right, partaking of some cider, Mike. What's up? Hello, Christina Dufourn. Got Christina back in here. It's another familiar name I remember seeing in the chat these last few times. So cheers to you, Mike. Skol. Hail to everybody. Last night's discussion, I kind of talked a bit about where I saw the differences between Asatru and heathenry. Asatru, however you want to pronounce it. And heathenry, where I saw like the differences and the similarities, right? And you know, you guys that watch the videos on YouTube that don't maybe have Facebook or they don't watch Facebook, the live Facebook view because of the time of day or night or whatever it may be for you in the world or your schedule. Here's an opportunity now to kind of have an open forum for discussion on that. Did you get a chance to watch the video? I know some people have probably already commented on it, which I appreciate the comments. But if there's anything that you wanted to add or talk about in relation to that, you know, now's the time. Now's as good a time as any. You know, I've heard some pretty cool, some feedback, a lot of mirroring sentiments when it comes to the whole labeling of things, and that, you know, for most folks, it doesn't really matter what they get called or what they call themselves. It's not so much about what the name of things are. It's how you live and how you carry yourself to, you know, give the name of heathenry or Asatru or whatever you want to call it a good name, whatever the label it comes with. And I tend to agree. You know, I mean, I'm not one much for labels. but I get it. We're kind of in that era where everything has a label and everything has a name. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate this kind sentiment. Billy's, yeah, with the coffee. I drink. I love coffee, guys. What I like to do is when I brew my coffee, I like to brew cinnamon, ground cinnamon, in with the ground coffee. So while it's brewing, the flavor of the cinnamon comes through the coffee grinds and offers a really nice, kind of sweet, aromatic thing going on to the coffee. And I like a really strong, bold coffee. I don't add anything, any milk, sugar, cream, or anything of that nature. I just drink mine black. But I love the flavor of cinnamon in my coffee. I've been doing that now for quite a while, and gotten to quite enjoy that. So if you like cinnamon, if that's your thing, I would certainly recommend it. Let's see here. All right, Milo, I'm reading your email, so I'm kind of I'm really am multitasking here. I'm reading the comments. I'm doing the rune sets. It looks like I got an email from Milo. Let me see. Yep, you picked a number. Let me check the screenshots, because if you did that right, then you are all set, 100, ready to go. Waiting for the picture to load because my service is stupid. Yep, you sure did. You got it, Milo. I'll just go ahead and give you the thumbs up on that one. So you are entered in the giveaway. If I don't reply to the email, don't take it as you're not entered. It's just that you're here now and giving you the green light. You got it. All right. So thank you for entering the giveaway. Unknown Survivors used to plain old instant coffee. Hey, you know what? I'll drink coffee almost any which way. I like to make mine really bold. Christina and does the cinnamon. Milo used to do it as well. Chai tea with cinnamon and nutmeg. That sounds really good. Colombian with a dash of hazelnut, says Billy. That sounds really delicious. No, Milo, you're fine. Like I said, this is a casual, laid back thing. I'm doing this to kind of kill three birds with one stone. I get to talk with all you folks and see what's going on and in your guys' lives, and you get to kind of be a part of my life here right now as I'm burning these rune sets. One of you is probably even watching right now, depending on where I'm at on this. Which rune set I'm working on, but there's definitely going to be a rune set that's being worked on for somebody that's watching right now. So there you go. It could be your rune set that I'm working on. So I'm going to probably do this a lot during the live streams. I'm like I said, these rune burnings do keep me busy, and rather than just spending time talking and not really doing much of anything, I figure, why not include some chit-chat time and actually get some work done as well. Straight espresso. That sounds delicious. I love espresso. I got a espresso machine at work that it's free, actually, and it's like not the like gas station knockoff of espresso and cappuccino. Like, it's the real deal. And I'll as real as you can get without being like from the authentic source. Better than the gas station stuff anyways. And I will often get like a triple shot and have about an 8-ounce cup full of that with just like a splash of the chocolate flavor. Doesn't actually water down the flavor so much. It just adds a nice little chocolatey profile to it. Wilt is drinking Dutch Bros Black Forest blended coffee. That sounds really good. Jesse, Andrew says, what do I think of that coffee you brought over? It's good. I liked it. Like I said, I like a really good, bold, strong coffee. But as long as it's not like watery and really, really mild or whatever, I enjoy almost anything. Oh man, snickerdoodle cookies. You guys are making me hungry. Water, coffee, and alcohol. Unknown survivor. You're my kind of person, man, because that's kind of my mantra to life. You know, I don't like soda or pop, whatever you call it, from or Cokes. You know, depending on what part of the world and which part of the country you're in. Carbonated, sugary beverages, I'm not a real big fan of. I don't drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Or the biggest thing I like as far as a carbonated soda beverage is like ginger ale. That I like ginger ale, but I don't drink it very often. And then so I'll drink water on a regular basis. That's my main go-to. Matter of fact, it's right here with my whiskey and scotch and coffee. So there's my. I'm pretty much saying I like beer too. I just don't drink a lot of it because it does not it stays with me for too long and ends up making me gain weight, and I don't want to do that. You know. Used to run a Dunkin', and people thought you were crazy for a triple shot blank. Dude, that's what I do. I do the triple shot. Nothing in it except for maybe just like a little splash of the chocolate flavor, and then I'll add another triple shot, so it ends up being like 8 ounces almost of just the straight cappuccino, not cappuccino, espresso, and I sip on that like it's coffee. You know, like I'll drink that like it's coffee, and I'm still fine. Well, I wouldn't say I'm fine, but I'm not all like strung out and geeking out on the caffeine. Friendship sustained. That's good. Yeah, I hate soft drinks too. Like I said, my biggest thing, I remember one of the biggest things that I used to get into was Mountain Dew. And I look back on it now whenever I taste it, and I mean, every now and then I'll just have like a sip of something, you know, if it's around or if I have it, and you know, I taste it and I'm like, how did I get into this crap so much? Like you can almost feel your insides and your teeth and everything just rotting away as you drink it. Can't be good for you. And I used to drink it like way too much. So it's amazing how your tastes change, especially when you change your lifestyle, how things that you used to consume regularly become just downright despicable. You know, like they don't even taste good to you anymore. You don't want any part of it. You know, it's like your body's natural way of saying, get this crap away from me. Drink mostly green or iced black tea, coffee, and Dr. Pepper occasionally. Yeah, Sage. I don't know what it is, but that seems to be one that, you know, Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. That seems to be one, at least down here in the South. I'm in, you know, the southern eastern United States. Those seem to be some pretty popular soft drinks, sodas. They call them Cokes down here. I think it's kind of a generic term. When I say Coke, I mean Coca-Cola. You know, I don't mean a Coke. I don't refer to Coke as just a generic term for carbonated soda. Some people do though. So when you say Coke around here, like you almost have to specify what kind of Coke it is that you're talking about. Code Red Mountain Dew. Wow, that used to be the thing. It wasn't just the Mountain Dew. The Code Red Mountain Dew was my thing. And I mean, you ever see those big, like half-gallon travel mugs that you get in like truck stop gas stations, depending on where you are? Have you ever seen them? They're these just gigantic mugs that you can fill up to like a half a gallon full of liquid, or like a couple of liters full of liquid. And I used to work on the road, and that thing had ice in it, and I used to keep it filled with Mountain Dew because I would go into these truck stops and I would fill it up from the fountain dispenser. And it was usually Code Red if I could get it, or regular Mountain Dew. And that stayed. And I mean, I was drinking that like it was just way too much. Like I said, I look back on it now, I'm like, that is just crazy. Iced coffee, black. Yeah. Like I said, my coffee is always black, and I will drink it black hot or black cold, as long as it's black coffee, you know. And mead, like Mike says, yeah, mead, of course. You know, the good stuff's a bit pricey, so I can't drink it as much as what I would like to, but I definitely do partake in as much mead as I can. Yeah, Mike, people that would get the DTs if they didn't. I never got that bad, thankfully, but I can see how It's almost like people that drink so much coffee that they will get. I know my mom used to be this way. I don't think so much anymore. But I remember as a kid growing up, she would get caffeine headaches, or she would get headaches from when she didn't have enough coffee or enough caffeine, and she really didn't drink anything but as far as caffeine source. It was coffee. It wasn't anything like sodas or anything. Didn't do it. She had to actually have at least a certain amount of coffee in a day for her to not get those headaches. So I wonder if that's kind of the similar thing. Well, maybe not the similar thing, but yeah, I mean, there's something in it that makes it's an addictive, reaction. Your body gets kind of dependent on it. So whether it's caffeine or sugar or alcohol, even, I mean, those are all things that your body can become certainly addicted to, and not having it in your system can turn it into an angry little son of a gun. Migraines if you didn't have Mountain Dew. Yeah, so there you go. Mila says the Renaissance Fair will be around there soon. Nice place to get good meat from people that brew with a license to distribute. Oh, cool. So that I'm glad to hear that your Renaissance Festival, I'm not sure where you are, that your Renaissance Festival has meaderies nearby, or people that have license to distribute meat, and that they do so there at the festival or at the fair. I don't think that the Tennessee Renaissance Festival has meaderies. We have breweries, and we have some people there that sell the beer, but it's always so expensive there. I mean, even just for like a Bud Light, you're talking $6-7 for an 8-ounce glass or an 8-ounce cup at least. So I usually don't drink if I go to the Ren Fair, just because it's so expensive. Yeah, caffeine headaches do suck. Stop drinking espresso. Head pounded. Yeah, especially with espresso, because it's such a concentrated high dosage or high amount, right? I can definitely see where going off of that would cause some discomfort and pain. Caffeine withdrawal headaches. Yeah. Unknown survivor, you know what I'm talking about too. All right, Milo, you're in Florida. That's cool. Not too far from us. Wildsid, you never had mead before. You got to try it if you like sweet alcoholic beverages. When I say sweet, I mean some of the lesser. I don't want to say cheap, meaning like bad, but like literally some of the cheaper brands are just very simply just honey wine. So it's a very sweet honey flavor. Some of the more expensive brands like the Vikingurns, stuff like this. This is not a full bottle, by the way. I just like the way these bottles look. This brand, this particular, the brand is good, but this particular, the Klopstier Mjord, wasn't a big fan of this. This is a Nordic caraway honey wine with natural flavor added. This actually had more of a hoppy flavor to me, and tasted more like a whiskey almost, not so much a wine. This one, though, is my second favorite, the Viking Blood. Okay, this is a cherry wine. It's hibiscus and hops, but it comes out red. It's got a really fruitiness to it. It's delicious. The Vikingurns Mjord, it comes in a white bottle. Same company, comes in a white bottle. That is my absolute favorite. By hands down, without a doubt. But that company is really good. So if you're looking to try something around here, it's about $30 to $35 a bottle of that size. So depending on where you are, you may spend a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that's what you can kind of expect. But like I said, some of the other ones are less expensive and have a much more simpler recipe behind it, and it's not quite such a complex flavor profile. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys will say, so you got your Renaissance Fair, another one coming up in October somewhere else. Ours is in the springtime, around May. And then up in New York, where I'm from, they have theirs in September, so so the Labor Day weekend, I think, and the whole month of August on the weekends, and then the Labor Day weekend. Ours down here is the weekends leading up to and including Memorial Day. Oh man, damn enter button. Prematurely sending that message. Dry mead, your teeth don't fall out after every mouthful. Yeah, some of these like that, the first bottle that I showed you, that did have a very dry I don't want to say aftertaste, but I guess a finish, maybe had a pretty dry finish. Burning at the stake offense for no mead. Well, you got to give him time, right? Yeah, the Viking bloat is good, and it is very strong, guys. I think the Viking bloat is somewhere around 19 or 20% ABV. So you're looking at a pretty high, or it's a much higher. Your average bottle of wine, your average, I think, alcohol levels of wine that are somewhere around the 14% bracket, somewhere around there. These are higher. I think there's one brand. I think this one brand is like 21%. But it is good if that's what you like. Yeah, drink it with caution. Yeah. Let me see. I'll just verify that with you. I don't want to miss. Okay, so this one here, the Kloppenstiermuir, is 21.8%. So you're looking at 22% ABV, and then the Vikings bloat is 19%. So they I don't know if it's the yeast or whatnot that they use. They aren't playing around. They are not playing around at all. So keep that in mind when you partake. It's not for the faint of heart. But it is good. I'll tell you, once you start, you don't want to stop. Mike can probably attest to that. I'm sure Billy can too, and some others. I'll definitely tell you, when it comes to mead, if there's plenty of it, I'll make short order of it. So he says you have some unknown survivor. Is that all? Well, for mead, I don't know what the mead alcohol levels run out there in Brisbane or out where you are, but for around here, yeah, that's a pretty high level, for alcohol for mead. It's not, it's not meant to be like a whiskey levels of alcohol, but it is that, for a wine that is pretty stout. Good toasting meads, yeah. It's we had those bottles, and we had a bunch of other stuff. There's like I said, those are around $35 a bottle. There's a kind of a generic brand, at least around here, and it's called Camelot. That's a really nice, mild, relatively inexpensive bottle. It's almost half the price of one of those bottles, and that's just a very simple, basic honey wine. I think it's like 8 or 9%, something like that. You almost don't even know you're drinking wine. But my wife loves it, and we had it during Yule. It was contributed to the hall for our Yule feast this past year, so it's enjoyable and it's good. 5-year-old age apple pie moonshine. Man, I have had some great apple pie moonshine, and I don't know, of course, you never know. I mean, unless you're making it yourself or you know somebody who's making it, which I don't. I just know somebody who knows somebody who makes it, and so I don't know where it came from or whatever. But let me tell you, I had some apple pie moonshine a few years back, and I think it was somewhere like 180, between 160 and 180 proof. But boy, you want to talk about some smooth candy. Oh, I'm a sucker for anything that's apple pie. And it was a gift from this fellow that I know. He got it from people that he knows, and it was a gift for my wedding at the time. It was a wedding present. He got 2 quarts. One was apple, one was green apple. I had his apple pie beforehand, but I got green apple and blackberry. And the one was somewhere around 150 proof, and I think the other was like somewhere around 160 or 180. Regardless, it was still really super strong stuff. But man, so smooth. You almost didn't know that. Like I said, it sneaks up on you quick. Oliver is good. Yeah. So Mike, you know what I'm talking about. The Oliver Camelot mead. It is good. Let's see. The longer it sits, the better it gets. If you're talking about moonshine, well, that's with almost anything that's fermented. Mead, obviously, it's you can drink it pretty quickly. You know, you can make it and drink it within a few months, or less, even if you were feeling adventurous and you were just trying it out. But in terms of it being better and smoother and building its profile and everything like that, obviously, the longer it sits, the better it gets. Honey would have a season there in Tennessee. I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, it's Tennessee. So you want to, the seasons of the year, right? I've always made the joke since I've moved here to Tennessee. I've come to find out that Tennessee has 2 to 3 seasons. It's, summer, fall, not really even fall, but like you got summer and it's summer and winter almost, like it doesn't even transition from spring to summer to fall to winter. It just goes from stupid, raw, cold, whatever the weather that, Tennessee's winter it could be to, like I remember it was a couple of weeks ago down here, we had temperatures down in the 20s at night. And then, like at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week, it was in the 50s at night and almost 80 during the day. So whenever you call, honey season, yeah, I'm sure that such as our seasons are, it does exist. Thank you for joining Unknown Survivor. Appreciate you tuning in again. I will see you next time. And thanks for for spending time with us tonight. Really appreciate, or today out there where you are. Really appreciate that. Let's see who else is. All right, Eric Jordan's leaving. Thank you, Eric. Best thing for sipping on cold nights in Florida. The bees have a short winter and no snow. Yeah, like even in our part of Tennessee, Milo, we don't get a whole lot of snow in this part, if that ever. Like we haven't even had snow around here this year. This whole winter season, whatever you call it. And hello, Elizabeth Ellenbrock. Thanks for joining. I believe Elizabeth is joining us from the Kentucky Norseman, if I remember right. Billy is in chat moderating, and Elizabeth is here. So hail to the Kentucky Norseman for being a part of the chat. Murfreesboro Music Scene just joined. That's just my wife. So hello, Vanessa. Thanks for watching the live stream. We are currently working on our Rune set for our next client. Guys, remember, if you want to enter the giveaway for this box, this is a box that I made. Well, I didn't make the box, but I did all the wood burnings that you see on it, the runes on the bottom that go all the way around, the full Elder Futhark runes. Remember, if you want to enter for a giveaway on this, what you have to do is you have to subscribe to the channel. You have to have bell notifications turned on. There's a little bell notification that once you subscribe to the channel, it lets you click that bell notification so that way you're notified. You have to subscribe, click the bell notifications, and then you have to pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Screenshot that you're a subscriber and that you've had bell notifications enabled. Email me the screenshot and your number that you've chosen between 1 and 1,000 to the email address midgardmusingstn@gmail.com to enter the giveaway. I'll announce the giveaway during the live stream on Monday, March 4th. And whoever wins, we're going to pick a random number, right, between 1 and 1,000. Whoever gets their number chosen or whoever's closest to the number that comes up in the random number generator will be the winner of that item. So that is how you do that. If you like that box and you think it'd be cool to have in your collection, you want to enter the giveaway, if you haven't already, go ahead and do so. All right. Kentucky Bees. Cool. Elizabeth. Yeah. Kentucky Norseman. Billy says, if I want some real shine, you get me some, come back from Georgia. Well, I'll never turn it down. Right. Baron Thorvaldson, what's up, man? Haven't seen you around in a while. Thank you for joining the live feed. I'm not sure if you know, but I'm here doing a rune set for a client. Got a few people that have ordered some this week that I need to work on. So while I do the live feed, live discussion, I'm going to be working on this. And then we were talking about the giveaway item. So if you need details on that, let me know and I'll reiterate it for you. All right. Mike had some Georgia shine that would strip paint. That's the good stuff is though when you're drinking it, it doesn't burn. Well, you get that whiskey chest, but it goes down so smooth. That's when you know it's good. At least that's when I know it's good. All right. Hello, Sam Norris. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Eric says he was reading about Heimdall. Very interesting. He was born in his senses that perhaps made a sacrifice similar to Odin to get his heightened senses. I did a here on the channel. You maybe saw it. The deity discussion a couple of months ago was on Heimdall. He's actually one of my favoriteest of the gods to study and to work with in ritual. I'm actually working on a rune that I feel he's very closely associated with right now. We're about to burn Algis, the rune for protection, the elk, protection and defense. I've always associated Algis as a rune associated with Heimdall or Heimdall, whichever pronunciation you like to give. But yeah, he's his sight and his hearing. He can hear grass grow or something like that. I can't remember what the lore says about him, but it's quite amazing. And his story is he's such a mystical, sort of mythical figure. I mean, a lot of the gods are a bit obscure in the ways they're described in the lore, but Heimdall, he seems to be so very important, but we have so very little known about him. You got the whole lay of Rig Stula in the Poetic Edda. And I've heard some contesting opinions that Rig is actually Odin, not Heimdall, because of the whole thing with him fathering the classes of man and then teaching the runes to man, which isn't attested to any of the other gods except Odin, as far as knowing the runes and that sort of thing. But I've always felt that the Rig and on all that is definitely another name for Heimdall. But again, just how he does that, how he roams and becomes the sort of the sire of the three classes of man, does open up for some pretty heated, interesting discussions amongst people. I know that for sure. I got one guy around here who I talk with who he is a self-proclaimed Heimdallsman, right? That's his. Some people will call themselves Tyrsman or Thorsman or Odinsman or whatever, type of thing that is more, leaning more towards their whatever deity they may be more inclined to adhere to or follow or worship. And this guy is maybe not so. He's self-proclaimed, but he's been told he's a Heimdallsman. So it's been interesting talking with him. Guys had shine. Milo had shine once, and was fine until you stood up. That's the way it usually goes. You just sit down and you're fine. Don't move and you're fine. It's when you stand up when you got to go, take care of business or whatever. And the next thing you know, you're like, well, everything leads to Odin. Kind of makes sense, Billy. Yeah. Hey there, Green Con. Guess who gained the ability to comment and chat? Well, I think you were able to do that before. I remember seeing your name in the live chat. So welcome back. Thanks for joining. Doing a rune set right now. I'm doing a wood burning on a rune set for a client, and got a few more actually to work on this week. But this is the first set that I'm working on. Billy says, somebody say Tyr. Hail! There's the Tyrsman right there. He gave himself away. But I don't think he's upset about it. from what I've heard of you, Billy, Tyr has definitely been active with you, and has been a active force in your life. So nothing wrong with that by any means. I love Tyr also. I have a TUI's Rune that I always wear. The Xbox YouTube doesn't allow comments. You've been watching. All right, cool. Well, glad. So we got Green Gone from watching from the Xbox, which is cool. Mila says that there's a guy that comes into work sometimes wears Thor's hammer with skull and hail on the necklace. Cool. Like to ask him about it, but he's really reserved. Well, I mean, you never know. If he's a heathen that's reserved, and he may feel like he's the only one around, and he doesn't want to talk about it, So maybe you sort of just saying, "Hey, I noticed you're wearing that," or maybe share some similar interests or beliefs. Maybe he won't feel so awkward. Hey, we got somebody checking in from Brazil. Welcome, Lucas de Moraes. Welcome to the live chat. Thanks for tuning in and commenting there today or tonight, all the way from Brazil. We've had Australia here in the live chat today. We've got a bunch of people throughout the United States, Florida, Wisconsin, Tennessee, Kentucky. Now we got Lucas here from Brazil. So that's really awesome, guys. Everybody's checking in from all over the world. I dig it. I really do. Thank you. You're happy? That's great. And thank you, Grinkon, and everybody, that's entering. I know I've got some emails that are coming in tonight. I will check them out later on, just so as not to be, interrupting the chat here or interrupting what I'm doing. But I know if you've entered the live, or if you've entered the giveaway and you've sent the email in, I will definitely be looking at them. And if I need to get back in touch with you for any reason, I surely will do that. But if you're just joining, like for somebody like Lucas that's just joining, the giveaway item is this trinket box. Okay. It's a box that was already made ahead of time, but I did all the burnings, the wood, the Midgard Musings wood, the burning, and on the top, all the runes around the bottom. I did all this, stained it. And the giveaway is going open, worldwide. So don't feel shy about entering the giveaway. Rules of the giveaway are posted on the community page of the channel. But if you really want to know real quick, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, have bell notifications turned on. You have to send me a screenshot via email to midgardmusingstn@gmail.com and then pick a number between 1 and 1,000. Send me all that information. Send me a number between 1 and 1,000 and a screenshot of you having subscribed and having bell notifications enabled. And that will be the conditions in which you enter the giveaway. I announced the winner of the giveaway on Monday, March 4th via live stream here on this channel. And I'll be going live that night to announce the winner. And so it'll be just kind of like a random number generator. We'll do a random number generator. I'll hold it up for you guys to see. That way you don't think I'm having any favoritism towards anybody. And we'll make it really, really fun and cool to see who the winner is. So that will be when we do that. And that'll be Monday, March 4th here on the channel. All right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Milo, I don't ever try to tell people what to do or how to do it. It's your life. You can do what you want. But, especially nowadays, guys, the times that we're in, I've literally heard of people getting themselves assaulted or attacked for openly wearing hammers or having any sort of runic, symbols attached to them or carrying them around. I've literally heard of this stuff. And this is the 21st century. This is 2019. People are still getting assaulted and attacked because they look at these things and they automatically assume, hate groups, white supremacy, blah, 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 bad things, right? So it kind of makes sense that some people who openly wear them would be a little bit more reserved in their attitude, maybe not want to try to bring so much attention to themselves. If they meet somebody who's open and welcoming to that and actually understands what they represent and mean, then that could be such a breath of fresh air for them. They could feel like, still be aware of their surroundings and be aware of people, but at least they have somebody that, they can relate with and kind of connect with in that way. Greencon, you're in New York. Cool. I'm originally from New York too. Mike's in Illinois. No, I'm not. I'm not your mom and I'm not your dad. You got that right. Attached. I mean, wearing, tattooed, whatever. I mean, it's, you put these things on us ourselves and we kind of carry the weight that comes along with them. At least that's the way I look at it, whatever those weights may be. And it's up to us as well-educated individuals to be the voice of reason and be able to tell people when they look at something and go, wow, you're a white supremacy. So are you a Nazi? Are you, whatever, are you racist? We should be willing and then have our knowledge keen enough to tell people, no, this is what these things mean. This is what they're about. Billy wears them with strobe lights. Hell, why not? Get some disco balls going on in your hair, whatever, in your beard. Hey, Missy Global is checking in. Never been attacked. I'm sorry, I said attached earlier. I meant attacked, but yeah, these comments go through kind of fast. But yeah, it is negative comments too. There has been physical altercations that have happened to people over this beyond just ill-spoken words. Baron says he's never been attacked, but you've been approached by racists who thought you were one of them. And I mean, that's, like I said, it happens. I mean, people will look at these symbols that we wear and look down their noses at us because of that, more so than because we're heathen, right? I think they look negatively upon us because of the connotations of the negative that some of these symbols get associated with, that have been bastardized by the far right or the nationalist groups and all this other kind of garbage. But and it is nice, Missy, like you said, it's nice when somebody notices and recognizes something that we're wearing, mentions it in a friendly way. I have people too, like I wear, rings or whatever, and I have people, oh, those are really nice rings. Those are really cool, and can I look at them? Can I see them? And I'll show them. And it kind of opens up the floor for them to ask if they mean anything, what they are. Hello, Braze Thundersmith. First time I've not seen you in the chat before, so welcome. I'd like to read your comment. He says he's had people roll up on him, accusing him of being fascist, and if those guys want to fight, they're going to lose, Antifa especially. Well, I always kind of look at this type of thing where we're in a day and age where we shouldn't be going out looking for a fight, but if it comes to us, we have every right, we have a human right to defend ourselves and defend our loved ones, and that we should never turn back from a fight if one presents itself to us. So I don't believe in looking for trouble and going out and trying to stir the pot, so to speak. But like me the other night, going live here, I don't know if anybody of you guys were around for that, but me the other night, sitting here literally talking to everybody like I am right now, not stirring the pot, not looking for trouble, and had a little bit of trouble come find me. So you got to deal with what you got to deal with, and you got to put up with what you got to put up with, and that's just life sometimes, Move on and learn from it and do things better the next time if you can, if you have to, whatever. Life's full of learning experiences, guys. Never a dull moment. Wild had never heard of anyone getting attacked. Yeah, this literally happened not too long ago, I believe, down in Louisiana, I believe it was. And you're right, Billy. It is up to us to get those perceptions changed. It's what we're here for. Part of what we're here for. Cool, man. You wear the same Mjolnir ring, so that's cool, Baron. This is a gift from my wife, close to when we first met. Shortly after we met, actually. She got it for me, and it's been on my hand ever since. Mill, that's from the Northwest. You got friends in low places, Billy. All the mall instructs us to go forth armed, but not to seek out trouble. Yeah, you're right. And talking about that, let's talk about the Havamal for just a minute. I like to glean from the Havamal. I think there's a lot of valuable things in there on ways to live and how to live a kind of a wholesome life, or you know, in ways that are beneficial to not only us but to our community, to those around us. I don't look at it as like the equivalent of the Bible, of the heathen Bible. I don't look at it as an equivalent of, one of the books of the Bible. If anybody here that's read the Bible knows about what the book of Proverbs is, it's kind of like, daily basic wisdom of things. I mean, it's definitely some valuable points and some important things that help us grow as heathens, because these are things that were documented down at a time that we're drawing from, so it definitely has value from the arch-heathen worldview standpoint for sure. These are things that were deemed as valuable and good for the time. So as we look to honor our ancestors and grow as heathens, these are certainly things that we would want to adopt and look to. That's kind of how I look at it anyway. I love the Havamal. We did a Havamal discussion series on this channel. Actually, you can go to the playlists section and check out. That's been now going on almost a year, which is another crazy thing, guys. The channel itself here, this channel is going to be turning 1 year old next month. 1 year old, guys, over 1,000 subscribers. I don't know what we're gonna do. We got to do something. We got to do something. We got to celebrate some special way for our 1 year birthday, 1 year anniversary kind of deal. A lot of you have maybe not been around since day one, but pretty near close to it, or at least have watched all the videos up until now. Maybe you got some more videos that you need to catch up on. But yeah, just keep that in mind. It's getting close to the 1 year mark that this channel's been around, and got to do something exciting for it. Eric says the term UPG has become a little toxic in that there are people who occupy it to discredit the experience of others as if they were owners of the gods or something. And what do I think of the topic? I'm glad you asked about UPG. I'm very glad you asked, actually, because I saw something online earlier today. I don't even think it was online. It was in a group chat that I was in. And I do not discredit UPG at all. I'm not one of these hardcore recons that does have nothing, that's wanting nothing to do with UPG. And for those that maybe are watching that don't know what UPG is, it's unverified personal gnosis, right? It's a view of something that has no backing in historical evidence or structure of historical there's no historical backing to it. So a lot of your hardcore recons, a lot of these folks that are dedicated to just using or going off of, sorry guys, I'm trying to get the rest of these runes, going off of historical evidence of things, they have it kind of their noses turned down to UPG. I don't, because what happens, right? So a lot of what some people can deem as UPG may be a personal experience that you had with the deity, okay? Whether it be through dreams, whether it be through trance work, whether it be for your own personal rituals, this and that. It's like a lot of what I bring up too in my videos, especially in like the deity discussions. If I've had workings with a specific deity, I say, this is how I feel the deity works around. This is for me, this is what I felt. Am I basing that off of anything that I've read in the lore? I mean, no, not really, because I can read what I read in the lore, but I feel what I feel when I feel it. So I personally don't have any issue with UPG, and I don't, I take it for what it's worth. Like I don't necessarily hold it to the same level of, if I'm trying to validate something or I'm trying to look at something in terms of, all right, well, here's, how do we know how ritual was done? Do we know how bloat was held? Do we know how symbol was held? Granted, we have plenty of examples in some of the sagas of those things, so for that type of stuff, for the things that are a bit more structured in this path, I will look to the more historical or saga, I'll look to that type of stuff. When it comes to other things, in terms of how Sather is performed and how we do our ritual work personally or whatever, it's like that is UPG all in and of itself. That's what you've experienced. That's what you've kind of endured in your own time and in your own way. And who am I to discredit anybody's personal experience, right? Not my hall, not my call. So there's my long-winded answer. And sorry for the long dissertation about it, but that's definitely something that I think needs to be talked about a bit more and not so very often discredited. Sorry about the missing you there, Missy, if you're still on or whatever, but have a good night. I see where you had a check off there, but thanks for tuning in and watching. Can't do the sugar coffee. Thanks, Andrew, for chiming in late on that. Love you, buddy. August is the Kentucky Norseman's anniversary, and let's plan something together. Yeah, man. Well, definitely. That's plenty of time away off in the distance. I'm sure we can definitely plan something for sure. Let's see. Well, I hadn't watched the Hovmall reading videos yet, and you got the Cyrus Gorgani translation and haven't read it yet either. Taking your time on that one. Yep. I haven't read that translation of that. I've read Hollander's translation. I've got a Pocket Hovmall. That's a Benjamin Thorpe translation, and then I've got the Dr. Jackson Crawford translation of the Poetic Edda, and his version of the Hovmall is what I read from in the videos. So hopefully, maybe if you watch the videos, you'll hear me reading the Hovmall in a much more easily understood wording because of its modern English. Some of the other translations that you get are going to be maybe a bit archaic in their delivery of the language. So, if that's the case, that's just kind of limited to your comfortability in reading languages that have been translated, ancient languages that are translated into the English at that time. So if that's what you're comfortable with, then by all means, rock on. I actually like reading different versions of the Hovmall because you get different perspectives, different translations, different understandings from the person that translated it. Greencone Off Topic says if I could, while going back through the video list, be sure to drop a like. Helps get his videos out to others. Oh, hey man. Thank you. If that's a plug to the channel, thank you very much for including that in here. I appreciate. Yeah, definitely, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, like the Facebook page, all that fun stuff. It definitely helps with the algorithms. When you like something on your social media, when you comment on it, obviously when you're in it, you're going to see more things that relate to that subject matter. That's just kind of how the algorithm works. So there's definitely other cool stuff that comes across your news feed in relation to heathenry that you'll want to maybe check out and subscribe to as well. But sharing these videos, commenting, letting people know that you're out, that you're a part of this conversation, whatever, that is very much appreciated. So thank you. You guys found me through Facebook. Cool. Found him through Facebook. All right. Well, that's kind of where this whole thing started, guys. My presence on Facebook, that's kind of where Midgard that's where Midgard Musings started. I kind of started the channel right around the same time. But the way Facebook's social media platform is, it's way easier to just grow in numbers on that platform than it is here, because photos get shared. People share photos like crazy because they find it funny or relevant and this and that. So, like for instance, on the Facebook page, there's over 2,200 some odd likes on the page. The engagement ratio with people on the page is way higher than it is here on the channel. And so I'm really trying to focus on the channel more. That's why you see me go live here once a week now and more on that. So I'm really pushing the YouTube channel more because I feel like this is a better platform to be able to communicate and speak with people. Granted, I'll still keep the Facebook going because that is such a great way to connect. There's plenty of things that I share on that page that I think are helpful. People seem to enjoy it and find it, not only entertaining, but helpful in their education and growing as heathens. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that going. Let's see here. I'll catch up to some of the comments. While it says that your belief is that no one taught people how to worship the gods or how to practice their faith in the past. So following in their footsteps is UPG. So again, we really don't have. We know that the gods were worshipped. We know, but we really don't know how. Like we have very little information as to how they were venerated and worshipped at that time. It wasn't documented. And I think if you do see stuff that's documented on what was done, that is probably most likely regional. All right. So you're going to read something about the way a ritual was done or what was done for, somebody dying or, a sacrifice being made or whatever. And it was in Denmark or whatever. Right. So, okay, well, maybe that's how they did it in Denmark. Maybe not be the same way that they did it in Iceland and Norway or Sweden or any of the other countries of that time frame. The Scandinavian countries. So we can go off of that, but that's not to say that everyone at the time did it that way. So that, again, you're getting into some really, hardcore recon stuff, things that are strictly based off of historical accuracy. And if you're going to stick to that only, and that's your thing, then fine. I have no problem with that. That's just not me. Billy met me at Pagan Pride. Yep. And you guys have I've been corrupted ever since. Yeah. So me and Billy, he's moderating right now. I believe we obviously met through social media before meeting in person, because we didn't have we didn't just like bump into each other at Pagan Pride. We knew that we were going to be there, and we said, okay, well, let's make sure that we see each other. And that's kind of where things took off. That's where things really, I guess, took root. After our initial online conversations and getting to know one another, we, continued our friendship and our connection, our communication with one another after we physically met at Pagan Pride. And the other thing too, guys, speaking of Pagan Pride, I haven't mentioned it here in the last half hour, 40 minutes. Now we just broke the hour mark. Nashville Pagan Pride 2019, Pagan Pride Day. Maybe Billy can post the donation link. I'm trying to get to the Pagan Pride event this year as a vendor. Got some vendor fees to pay, and looking for any active participants who want to help contribute financially to those expenses. It's not a very great amount, but anything that you want to do that helps, whether it's $1 or $2 or $3, whatever you're so inclined to do through PayPal, it definitely helps. The PayPal link is always pinned in the description of all my YouTube videos, so you can catch it there. But there's that, so that's going to be in September. And I'm gathering donations for helping the channel get to there as a vendor. We're going to have some really cool items like the box that you saw. Actually, you guys want to see something that I'm working on for Pagan Pride? I'll have to step away from the camera for about 30 seconds, if that's all right. But I'd like to show you kind of what I've got going on here. Everybody's still sticking around. Neela says, go get it. And Sam says, go get it. And Wow says, sure. All right. So guys, do not go anywhere. I will literally be 30 seconds counting, starting now. All right. Did anybody clock me? Because I think that was less than 30 seconds, but I can't be too sure because I didn't have a stopwatch. So, all right, everybody run. That's right. The live feed shut down. There's nobody in front of the camera. It's over with. Shut it down. No. But I'm back. Thank you, guys. Still 15 people watching. So very cool. All right. So now to scope the room. You want that throw behind? You want that blanket? Well, I'll tell you. Friend of the channel here, Billy McKinney. I've actually met Billy in North Carolina when I went to go and visit family out there, my wife's family. He sent this to me as a gift. and I'm not sure exactly where he got it from. He said he got it from Amazon. So I think if you maybe look up, Vegvisier backdrop, Vegvisier blanket, something like that, or whatever, you should be able to find something similar or exactly the same thing from Amazon. So anyway, let me show you guys real quick before I finish up these last 6 runes. Here's going to be something that I actually want to get more of these and make some more well before Pagan Pride, because I think this thing is going to sell right away. Nice shirt. Thank you, Eric. Gotta love Pantera, right? You ride that 6-legged horse, 8-legged horse, right? Like right sleep near around. Anyway. All right. So like I said, I want to get more of these and work on more of these. This is actually taking me a while just because I keep thinking up of ideas and it's not even done yet. This candle holder. There's my head. I'm a very big head, but you can see it's not a small candle holder. It's one of them big, pretty decent size candle holders. And so what I've done is I've done some Celtic knot work all the way around. And I've done the Elder Futhark runes across the top again. And I did a Vulcanite on the front side. I am going to be doing some more different things around it, or at least one other thing, maybe on the back side. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something on the right and left sides. I may do something on the back. I want to do a web of weird thing on one of these sides, probably on the back side, and then make other ones that have different things on the front without the Vulcanite. Maybe do a web of weird on the front. Maybe do a Glacium or a Vegvisier or something on the front, something like that. But that's what I've been working on before I started doing all these rune sets. So that'll be for sale for Pagan Pride. How do I count the legs when it runs? Hello. Hey, Deb Geiger's here. Mrs. Kentucky Norseman, we'll call you, if that's all right. Thanks for joining the live feed, Deb. Good to see you there. How do you count the legs when it runs? And ooh, it's a large, tall. Yeah, candle boy. Yeah, tall boy candle holder, right? I'm actually kind of proud of this, guys. I am by no means the best wood burner or craftsman. I look at this and I see all kinds of imperfections, but you know what? It's my own handiwork. I'll stain it when it's all said and done, and maybe somebody will like it. Maybe somebody will get it and think that it's cool on their mantle or whatever. I don't know. I think it'll sell. We shall see. But the reason I think it'll sell is because it is such a kind of ominous looking thing, and it's really meaty looking. I think it'll go over well for a lot of folks. So there should be more. I need to get more of them and offer them for sale at Pagan Pride, which again, Billy, if you're moderating and you got that link, you want to drop it down there for anybody that's interested, feel free to do so for the PayPal account. There it is. Oh, Billy just dropped the YouTube link. Cool. Working Jared, hello and welcome. Am I a Satanist? No, I'm not. Do I know how much I'm going to charge for something like that, Sage? Not exactly sure. I'm not going to, I got to cover my costs for materials, but as far as my time, it's probably going to be, honestly, I don't know. I don't want to give a price right now and then, 6 months down the road. My wife says, shut my closet door. Okay, Nikki. Because my wife is with Nikki Saul, who's watching. So thank you. Hello, hail. Hang on a second, guys. There's all kinds of garbage over here. I'd shut it if it was that easy. All right. There you go. All right. Closet door shut. Wife's happy. I don't know what I'm going to charge for it. Sage, I really don't know yet. I don't, like I said, it's still a work in progress, so I'll probably work on the pricing here later on or closer to when the Pagan Pride Festival comes around. And thank you, Shay. Says suggest some knot work of Odin's ravens or wolves on either side of the web of weird on the back would look super awesome. Cool. I will definitely think of that. I need to get some. I need to get some more stencils or print off some more things to do some stencils for stuff like that. But I like that suggestion a lot. I like the whole kind of a tribally looking maybe Odin's ravens, Hugin and Munin, something like that. I think that would look really cool. Am I an occultist working, Jared? I am a heathen. I'm a Norse heathen, a Norse pagan. So what I believe in is the worship and veneration of the Germanic gods of the Indo-European families. So we're talking like Odin, Thor, Freya, Frigg, Balder, Heimdall, some of these other larger figures. If you go through my catalog and the playlist of my videos, you'll see exactly or more, it'll go into more detail about those types of things. But that is who I am. I'm a Norse pagan. So I'm not a Satanist. I'm not an occultist. I am a pagan. Nothing against occultists and Satanists. I've known several folks who are of various types of Satanists. Nothing against it. That's just not who I am or what I practice. But thank you for your question and thank you for watching. Right now, I'm actually working on some rune sets for a client. These are just in the line work stage of things. And we're almost done. I've got 5 left to do because I've been stalling a little bit. Closet shamed. Why do I have to shut your closet door? I don't know, because my wife asked me to. Nikki Saul is not my wife, just so everybody knows. My wife is with Nikki Saul, and she is speaking on her behalf. And they said, close your closet door. I guess because it looked like junk, just a door hanging out there in the background. I would tend to agree. Hanging out and watching, well, that's really cool. I appreciate you guys watching because that is awesome. I am on Raido right now, the Journey rune. And then after that, we've got 5 more to go. We're almost done with the line work, and then I can get into the shading. This is really cool, guys. I mean, hour and 12 minutes in to the conversation, and I've got this whole set almost done with the line work. So probably in the next 15 minutes or so, if I put my nose to the grindstone, as they say, I will have this set done. Happy wife, happy life. You get it. Mike gets it. You told me the last show, Billy. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't. I guess I didn't listen. I didn't pay attention. And quite honestly, I guess it's things like that I overlook, guys, and I apologize. I definitely don't want to give you a aesthetically distressing thing. I don't want to make you look at something that's irking you. And I guess I just simply overlooked it, so I apologize. But thanks for pointing it out and getting it straightened out. Andrew's got a tear rune on his hand. Billy says I'm fired. All right, I'm fired from my own show, guys. Just 2019. You don't even have to, you know what? That can happen. It just happened. I just got fired from my own show by one of my mods. It's been nice knowing you guys. I'm out. Happy husband, happy husband. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Whatever that means. But Andrew's got 2 or a tear rune on his hand. And Andrew, everybody just wish Andrew Strickland here. Everybody say happy birthday, Andrew, if you don't mind, real quick. Because Andrew just had his birthday. I think it was either today or yesterday. We celebrated his birthday this weekend. He celebrated a little bit too hard. We're not going to go into that. And I gave him something. I did a wood burning of because he loves Tyr. He's got a Tiwaz rune on his hand tattooed, and I asked him, what other things mean something to you? He said, family. Family means a lot. He likes Othala. The Othala rune, which I will show you guys in case you're not sure. Othala is also my favorite, one of my favorite runes. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Othala? Leave it to the family. Just, oops, drop the rune. She's around here. He is. That is Othala. And he likes Othala, and he likes Tiwa. So I made a wood burning thing. I did a wood burning of a Thor's hammer on a piece of wood, and burned a bind rune of Tiwas and Othala in the middle of it. And that was my birthday present to Andrew. So happy birthday, Andrew! Hail to you, sir. And it's been wonderful getting to know you. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching and being such a big supporter of Midgard Musings and the Middle Tennessee Heathens in general. Really appreciate that, and it's been great getting to know you. So hail, happy birthday, Andrew. All right, thank you all so much for that. I mean, I'm sure that means a lot to him. What's in the closet? I'm not fired, I quit. Oh man, the Othala was in the closet. You know, where's family when you need them, right? Sometimes they're hidden right under your nose. I don't know, but Andrew's a great guy. Everybody, anybody that's in the Middle Tennessee area that wants to come out to our meetups, you know, it's Middle Tennessee Heathens on Facebook, Middle Tennessee Heathens, and then there's MTH Meetup events on the Midgard Musings page in the events section. I try to host monthly meetups that are just a family-friendly sort of way of getting to know one another and getting to, you know, just see who's out there. It's open to everybody. This isn't just a Norse heathen meetup type of deal. It's for anybody who's interested in heathenry, any sort of pagan path. You're all welcome. It's family friendly. It's at a pool hall, right? But it's a family friendly environment. Come out, hang out, bring your kids, get to know one another. Don't feel like you have to be alone as a heathen out there, wherever you are. I know for some of you that maybe aren't in the area per se, you're up for a drive. You know, we've been holding them on Sunday afternoons, so there's not a whole lot going on that day anyway for most folks, unless your work schedule conflicts. But definitely come out, check the Facebook page for the event section, the event section of the Facebook page. Matter of fact, Billy, if you're on Facebook and you want to jump over there and grab a link for the meetup, feel free to do so and drop it down there in the comments. Just the way anybody that's interested, that wants to see where to get, and where to get connected on the Middle Tennessee Heathens. All right, so I've got 4 runes left to go. I said I would be done in 15 minutes, but I apparently am being a little sluggish here. But that's because I had to jump up and close the closet door and wish my friend a happy birthday, all that fun stuff. But guys, I think you actually motivate me. You know that? I think you actually motivate me to work on these things, because sometimes I'll sit down and I'll do these things, and then next thing you know, I'm looking at YouTube or I'm looking at what's on TV, whatever. I think this is probably close to one of the quickest times that I've actually completed the line work of a rune set ever, because I get distracted, right? Which sucks. It's horrible. You guys are actually keeping me on point. All right, so Billy just posted the link. Thank you, Billy, for the Middle Tennessee Heathens meetup event coming up here next Sunday, February 24th. So if you're in the area, click on the link that he just posted, and I hope to see you there. Work harder, faster, go, 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 go. Right, exactly. You are the pestering muses. All right, well, that is fine by me, because you're keeping me motivated. Sage, you're in Stone Mountain, Georgia. You are a little bit of a ways away, but are you connected with any heathens out in that area? And if you're not, I may be able to direct you towards a really good community out that way if you're not familiar. So let me know if you're looking or interested in connecting with like-minded heathens, maybe, and getting to know some people that are certainly close to your area. I'm working on Yira right now. Shane says that we are lucky, guys. Shane is in Brisbane, Australia. He says that the meetups are short and hard to come by. Shane, I'll tell you, if the meetups are short to come by, let me tell you something, Shane, real quick. The guy who was in here before, Unknown Survivor, is in Brisbane, and I don't know the geographics of the country, and know how close you guys may be in respect to one another. But let me just say, if it is short in your area, if heathen meetups are shortcoming in your area, and there's not a whole lot going on, maybe, just maybe, you guys can work on something to connect with heathens in your area, because you never know. You can start something up that attracts like-minded folks. You may not know what's out there until you do so. So consider that, maybe think about it, because I didn't know that there was this many heathens in my area of different types until I kind of put the word out there that there was things going on. And the next thing you know, people are coming. It's kind of like a beacon, you create something that people are interested in, and they come out and they're like, what is this? I want to go to this. And what is that? I want to see what's going on. So consider that, that's how things start. That's how the ball gets rolling. Practically by yourself, GreenCon, same thing, kind of what I'm telling, Shane out there in Brisbane, Australia. You don't know. If there's nobody that's got something going on, maybe you're the one that gets something going on in your area, because that's what heathenry is about, guys. It's about the tribes, and it's about community, it's about kindreds, right? That's where heathenry works. Year of the year, you're right, Eric. Mike, you're right. So Sage, go if you're on Facebook, and you go to Heathens of Atlanta, search for the group called Heathens of Atlanta. As a matter of fact, just give me a second, because I'm going to post a group. I'm going to post a group link down below. This group is they are kind of run by some Reconstructionist types, but very, very knowledgeable, very wonderful people in terms of how I've encountered them, just speaking to them online. Seeing what they post and stuff like that. Their community is really wonderful. They have a wonderful resource. Ragnvalder Marvinson is their Godi chieftain. I don't know what he calls himself there. I don't know what their tribal structure is like. He's a great guy. But their let me see what their page is called. I think it's Von Forsader. Anyway, if you go through their the Heathens of Atlanta, if you send a request to join that group and look through there, you will see plenty of stuff from their kindreds, their moot meets, all kinds of stuff. Really good stuff. If you're in Stone Mountain, these are people out in your area that you can possibly connect with and become familiar with, and build some connection with, and build community with. So definitely reach out to them and check them out. Wild says that there's a small hearth in your area, but don't think that you would get along with them, considering making your own group, but you're shy. Cool, GreenCon. We're here. Take care of your business. We're not going anywhere. So Wild, where are you at? If I missed that in the comments before, I apologize, but where are you located? Wilded, you're in Greeley, Colorado. Greeley, Colorado. Do I know anything going on in Greeley, Colorado? Okay. I don't know of anything going on in that area, unfortunately, just because I'm not kind of in that region, so I don't know specifically what's going on. However, I would think that there's more going on than what you are aware of. But then again, like you said, if there's already things going on that you aren't really meeting on the same level with and on the same plane with, and that you don't want to really connect yourself with those individuals for whatever reasons, and you're looking to start something in your area, yeah, I know, I get it. Especially and putting yourself out there like that. I mean, the whole social environment and climate being what it is nowadays, you never know who you're speaking with, you never know who you're connecting with. It is a bit stressful, but just realize that you can find things in your area. You can find groups, Heathens of Greeley, Greeley, Colorado heathen meetups. I'm sure if you look and search for things, that certain things will come up. The best thing that you can do in those types of situations, I feel, is if you're looking to find something that's established, is search for those things and then go to their events and see if there's some mutual interest that you can work with. And then if not, you can, kind of build yourself up and start your own thing. I have several people around here who do wonderful stuff as far as heathenry goes, in different aspects, in different ways. But I did start my own thing, not to, be any sort of a competition or anything like that. That's not what it's about. It's just like, I wanted to know what I'm working with. I wanted to see what I'm working with in my area. So that's something that you can consider. Sage, I hope it works out well for you. Sage, Mode, Andrew, with those guys. If you do join and you talk to any of them, let them know that you follow Midgard Musings. My name's Jesse. You kind of follow my channel, and that I referred you out that way. Like I said, Roggenwalder, the leader of that whole organization, Vodafone Seether, is a stand-up individual, I think. So hopefully you will be able to find a community in your area that you can connect with through them. Mike suggesting, okay, Greeley, Colorado. Milo's in Bradenton, Florida. Actually, guys, the Heathens of Atlanta thing, I think they're kind of, last I'd heard anyway, they were trying to kind of combine charters or combine groups on Facebook and stuff like that to include Heathens of Atlanta, Heathens of Florida, even, to kind of establish connections and stuff with folks in the state of Florida, because it's a bordering state for Florida, or for Georgia and Alabama, So there's enough people in those neighboring states that would possibly be willing and able to have some sort of presence in your region. So you may want to check them out too. The link that I posted above. You may want to check out Heathens of Atlanta and go through their stuff and say, hey, look, I'm in Florida. I'm in such and such Florida. Is there any way to connect with them? Because I know for a fact, I've been in that group for a while. I know for a fact that they've had people in there that have been in the state of Florida, and they are looking to, or they had been at least looking to, have some sort of presence in that state as well through the Vodafone Seether community. So definitely check it out. And I hope it leads somewhere. And I can't guarantee that. I can't guarantee it's going to lead anywhere, but I mean, at least that's the things that I've seen and heard from that community. So definitely check it out. Thank you, Billy. And wow, yeah, I mean, like I'm definitely, guys, heathens helping heathens, right? You've heard it before. You've probably seen it on the page. You see it on this channel. You hear about what we say. Billy just posted a link for Colorado, so there you go. That may be a lead for you. Check that out. That's what it's all about, guys. Heathens helping heathens. This is Billy will tell you, it's the new Triple H, right? there should be something forthcoming very, very soon, I hope, in terms of a social, online community that, uh, so more than just a phrase, more than just a catchphrase, more than just a hashtag, but heathens helping heathens. This is something that we're about. We are online right now. This is the 21st century. We're in the information age. We're connecting with one another on that level. And so this is how we network, at least initially. This is how we get to know one another. And then from there, we build the community on the grassroots level by, establishing roots, establishing connections with our neighboring tribes and neighboring communities. I feel like this is a modern way of revisiting or doing what our ancestors did. Tribes connected with tribes. So, heathens helping heathens. The new Triple H. Last rune, guys. Wunyo, the joy rune. We're talking about some things about connecting community. This is really happy stuff. Like this is feel good stuff. People are getting to learn about things that they didn't know about before, getting to connect, hopefully, with people that they didn't know that they could connect with in their areas. Wunyo, finishing up on joy and harmony amongst ourselves. So that's really cool. Thank you, Braves, for tuning in and joining. I appreciate your support. Have a great night. Your dog is typing, Billy. All right. Elizabeth says that that we have Boston, Indiana, Wisconsin connections too. Please, by all means, if you know of anything in the areas that we are talking about and want to drop it down in the comments for people here, I am inviting everyone to do so, because we see all kinds of folks coming in. Obviously, we've seen people coming in from Brazil, Brisbane, Australia, all types of areas throughout the United States. If you know of something that of an area, of a connection that somebody can connect with, let us know. Drop it in the comments, guys. This isn't just me here doing some runes, asking you to subscribe to my channel and asking for donations for Pagan Pride. That's not what this is. I mean, that's, it's there. It's obviously, I'm not going to hide it, but this is heathens helping heathens, guys. This is what people are here for. Solitary heathens don't know about a group in their area, and something in their area that's going on, man, send them that info. Drop it down there. And start one and then post your link. That's how the Norseman got started. Yeah, Billy, I think I've known you since this whole thing kind of went live for you guys, the Kentucky Norseman. And where are you guys at now? You're pushing close to 100 members in Kentucky. Matter of fact, I think Kentucky Norsemen are the premier heathen community, at least from an online status, on social media right now. I don't think there's anything else that stands out as much as the Kentucky Norsemen do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've known you since the whole thing went started, and now here you are, and from August to now, almost March, almost 100 members. I'd say that you are doing fantastic, doing great things. You have to get a Facebook. Heckin' dang. Yeah, guys, so that, that's the other thing too, is I hate it for some folks, because they're, some folks really don't like the whole Facebook thing, the whole Facebook model. People rather stay off the grid or whatever. But hey, like I said before, this is, this is the 21st century. It is a huge platform. It's got so many people on it, and hey, at the worst case scenario, you can make sort of a generic account, or make an account that doesn't have anything to do with your personal life. Matter of fact, I'd recommend it, and just leave it there for your heathen connections, or for your heathen interests, that sort of thing. Just so that way you can get into what's going on in the online groups. You can see what gets posted in the various groups. At that, it couldn't hurt. But I get where you're kind of discouraged from doing that. Yeah, Billy, you are Kentucky. I mean, like I said, I don't know of anything else going on right now in that state that that has made that big of a splash in the pond, so to speak. So everybody, the runes are done as far as the line work goes. If you're just tuning in, I've been working on these for the last about hour and a half or so. All the line work is done. I'm about to start on the shading. I just added the shading tip to all of these rune sets. All these runes. It's the full Elder Food Art, 24 Elder Food Art runes for a client. Running a giveaway on the channel here for this item. It's a wooden box that I've burned the runes, 24 Elder Food Art runes into the bottom. I burned them in all the way around, and then in the top of here we got the Midgard Musings bind rune. It's been stained and sealed, and this is the giveaway item. If you're just now tuning in and you want to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is 3 things. 1, subscribe to the channel. 2, make sure bell notifications are enabled once you have subscribed. 3, email midgardmusingstn@gmail.com with a screenshot proving that you have done the first 2 things, along with a number that you've chosen between 1 and 1,000. Because the giveaway item is celebrating our first 1,000 subscribers. So on March 4th, during the Monday night live stream on March 4th, I will select a random number between 1 and 1,000, and the number that either is chosen by the person who selected it or is closest to the person who selected it gets to win that box. So there's a post in the community section of the page on the YouTube channel with the rules again. But once again, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, make sure bell notifications are enabled, email Midgard Musings with the number that you've chosen between 1 and 1,000 with a screenshot proving that you have subscribed and have bell notifications enabled. Email midgardmusingstn@gmail.com, and you are entered into the giveaway. So if you have any questions, let me know, but those are the guidelines. Yeah, leaving personal out of it, no drama, no family. There you go. That's probably the best way. Anything for Mississippi? Mike's asking Billy if there's anything for Mississippi. I know some folks in Alabama. They may have some. Maybe they have some connections to Mississippi since they kind of, Tennessee borders Mississippi a little bit, but at least Alabama are kind of their butt buddies, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term, but they're literally butted up right against each other. So maybe they have some more connections down that way. I know people in Alabama, and so maybe from Alabama they may have connections to the folks down there in the Mississippi Delta. Booty pals. Cool. Billy says he's got somebody who can help. That's great. Booty pals. All right. Well, Billy's gonna look into some stuff. I know Billy. Joseph Marrero. His folks down there in the South Alabama, also true folk. There's good people there, and additionally, whoever you have that you're maybe looking into, but that's who I'm thinking of in terms of the Mississippi connections. The Mississippi connections. So if you have something else, let us know. If not, that's who I'm thinking of. Oh, cool. GreenCon is back. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Like I said, we're not going anywhere. I'm actually in the beginning stages of the shading process of this rune set. We'll see where we are by next week, but as of right now, this is kind of where I'm at. This is one of 4 rune sets that are going to be made this week. The rune set orders actually just blew up over the last several days. Um, I usually don't have more than one or so that I'm working on at a time, if at all. And now I've got 4. So thank you all for that. I'm not complaining by any means. Thank you all for that. But just realize that I am one person, and these take time. They take time, and there's care involved in this. So I want to give you guys a good product, and a product that you're proud of to work with. So just keep that in mind this week. If I'm slow to getting things out to you, just realize that if you've ordered your rune set and you're watching, it's kind of why. I've got a bit more going on than I'm normally used to dealing with. So I'll be working on them as efficiently and as quickly as possible, along with everything else that I've got going on. Booty pals. Prepare for another order soon. All right, Sage, send it on. You know what? Bring it. Just bring it. Send it on. The PayPal link. If you need it again, we can drop it down there below. But that is how the rune sets are ordered. If you just place your order whenever you're ready, you'll kind of get added to the queue at this point right now. Just being honest. Like I said, I'm the one that makes them. So there's this one that I'm working on, and then 3 more after that. So you'll be number 4 if you do it anytime soon, maybe later, if there's anybody that jumps in ahead of you. So just let's keep that in mind and do it whenever you're ready, and I will be able to help you out or get you hooked up with the rune set whenever you are ready for that. I mean, if you've ever seen the rune sets that I do, the lighting is kind of fluorescent a bit, but it's a dark shading that I add to these driftwood pieces just to kind of give it some texture, give it some character. And I haven't received a negative review yet, and I'm glad for that. I'm glad that what people receive, they are happy with. And I'm glad to see that people share it. I've seen some things online where people share the rune sets that I've made and sent them, and they're very happy with them, and they share it. So that makes me feel good, that the time that I spent doing it is appreciated and that they like it. Mila doesn't mind the wait. Well, I appreciate your patience. I know you've got 2 orders in. Actually, you're 2 of the 4 that I'm working on currently, or that I will be working on this week. So your patience is appreciated. Like I said, I don't like making people wait. I do have a life outside of all this, and things happen, and I got things to deal with. But I will definitely, I work on these things in my spare time. So what time I have to spare is spent on stuff like this. I love it, though. I love serving my community in this way. So, oops, I just tagged myself a little bit on that. Don't be sorry, Milo. Don't be sorry at all. I don't, there's no need for apology. I mean, like I said, bring it. Keep me busy, guys. Keep me busy. Keep this stuff going, because I want to keep this thing it's like a rotating thing, I don't mind being busy. Hey, Billy. Check out the comments and ban them. Anyways, guys. I'm working on algaes right now. Let's see here. Anyway, I wonder if I can do that. Working on Augies right now. All right, Shay. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Take care of yourself out there. Be safe. Thank you for taking the time to watch the live stream tonight. Fun times, guys. Fun times to be a YouTuber. Thank you, Billy. Solid. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure they are gone, if there is such a thing of doing it, you know. Guys, this is gonna happen. Hopefully it's not gonna happen too much longer from now. These stupid troll comments, whatever. But I'm not worried about it. Because guess what? Screenshots are a great thing. Trolls are a fact of life. Billy's got it. That's why Billy's my dude. All right. If you need a screenshot, I got it still. All I'm doing, guys, is here. I'm sitting here by myself, talking with all of yous, working on some runes. Not bothering anybody. But, you know, I'm not sweating it. This happened to me the other night. And it may happen again. I ain't worried about it because I'm taking the necessary precautions to combat it and counter it. So, what else is everybody else doing? I'm sitting here working on these runes, talking with all you fine folk. What's everybody else up to? Oh yeah, I mean, GreenCon. This literally happened to me Saturday night. You're not going to see it. Nobody that's online is ever going to see it. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of them knowing that this ever happens. If that ever happens again, I'm never going to keep the live stream going. You can zing yourself. means I'm popular. Well, means I'm something. I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm not popular. You know what I mean? Like, just sitting here doing my thing. Billy's kind enough to be online at the same time as a moderator, and as a matter of fact, it's getting really late up by him, so I'm going to have to go ahead and end things here soon because I do not want to inconvenience anybody that is helping me out during this time. So I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes. We'll have been live for 2 hours, which is a really long time. And I appreciate everyone sticking around for as long as they are that's watching. Still 13 people watching. Billy is here, and I appreciate that, man. You're the best. And I wouldn't have anybody on this team if they weren't the best. So thank you, Mike, for sticking around. Have a great night. Drinking bourbon and enjoying the show because Billy is doing his job. You know what, Deb? You're absolutely right. I'm about out of bourbon or whiskey right now, actually. Um, but you're right. He is doing a phenomenal job, and I wouldn't have anybody else behind the scenes doing what he does right now. So it is truly appreciated. I can't put as much emphasis on it as I want to, just because words can't describe the appreciation that I feel. It has been chill, Milo, you know. But again, this is kind of the thing that happened the other night. It was so chill and it was so cool, and then next thing you know, I'm getting some guests in my house that I did not invite, and it was pretty unnerving. But I get it. Think I'm going anywhere? You think you can shake me? Think you're gonna do anything to shake me off of this? What I'm trying to do, the plans that I have for this? No. I worked in the prison system for close to 10 years. You know, to come up with something better than that. Find it comical, actually, looking back on it. Heathens helping heathens. You know it. You're living it. It's what it's about. It's not just a phrase. This is live action, guys. Real deal. Heathens helping heathens. Fun stuff. Going to be shutting the live stream down here in about 8 minutes. And getting myself turned in for the night. So if you guys are willing to stick around for another few more minutes, you're welcome to do so. Let me look at something real quick, because before we jump off of here, if I can talk about anything for you guys to look forward to, I will do so. I know last week we talked about, you know, the fact that I don't tell you know, one of the subject matters of videos that people have asked me about for a while and that I've kind of neglected to do is that the subject of runes and bind runes. So maybe that will be our next subject. Next Sunday's subject. Next Sunday's topic of discussion. You're right, Eric. Here we will continue. How does one send things? Got a P.O. box, got a local winery that makes mead. Yeah, Milo. It was I was swatted, I believe I was swatted anyway, because the cops came Saturday night, and it was a big, huge ordeal. It was pretty crazy, actually. But anyway, Green Cone, what do you mean? How does one send things? You got a PO box, sending things to you, or to what are you asking? Yeah, whoever's harassing will get theirs. What you do, regardless, is appreciated. Yeah, we're gonna stay safe. You know, yeah, we're gonna stay safe. I mean, our home is safe. We're protected. But again, it's just for some reason here lately, I seem to be garnering some attention from some unsavory characters, and they want to try to harass me, but I am not having it. And that's just the internet for you. Cool. Finger Lakes got put on the map with its wine. Awesome. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let's talk. What do you think? We should talk about runes and buying runes and things like that for next Sunday's video. How's that sound? I think I'd be down for that. That seems like something that people have asked for quite some time, and I've put it off for various other things. And I think that would be a great great subject to engage in next Sunday. I feel like that would get a lot of feedback, a lot of different feedback, because everybody's working and practicing with the runes is so subjective and it's so individualistic, you know. So I think that would be a really fun subject to talk about. Cool. I'm excited. That, I mean, it seems appropriate. You know, like I'm working on the runes this week. There's going to be a lot of hands-on stuff with the runes. So I think we can all agree, at least from the vibe that I'm getting here right now, that would be something that is well received and looked forward to. So cool. I will plan on that. Let's plan on that for next Sunday's video, guys. We're going to be talking about the runes and buying runes and all that fun stuff. So Grinkon, you send things to me. You got the wineries, and I get mead. All right. Well, you got the email address, midgardmusingstn@gmail.com. We will work something out if you are so inclined. I'm not gonna put it out here on the live feed, obviously, but you can email me at the midgardmusingstn@gmail.com, or you can message me through Facebook. And let me know what you have in mind, and we'll go from there. How's that sound? And for the buying runes, cool. Hey, stupid stop motion. Sorry you're late. Well, that's okay. You got 4 minutes left. I've been on live now for 2 hours working on some rune sets. Working on a rune set for a client who's watching right now, actually. I got several rune sets to make this week, and so I figured, you know, why not? Let me go ahead and work on some things while I work on some things. Get to talk to some people. Going to be cutting the live stream down here in another few minutes. But next week's video will be on runes, buying runes, and the like. So we'll probably talk a bit about their esoteric value, the important, you know, kind of the backing of buying runes and where they all kind of come from. You see a lot of people online nowadays asking, what does this rune mean? What does that rune mean? And they're showing, you know, images of bind runes. And it's kind of like, well, bind runes are specific to an individual or specific to a certain thing. So it doesn't necessarily always mean the same thing, but we'll get into that discussion next week. Traditional witchery. It's good to see you. I've seen you comment on some of my videos in the past, but thank you for joining the live feed. It's going to be closing the live feed here in just a little while because we have been on for a couple of hours now. Think it's a great idea for the buying room. So, man, you're doing a great, fantastic job. Sorry to hear about your difficulties. I'm kind of behind on the subject. Again, it's not a big deal. Idiots being idiots, and I just so happen to get caught in the crossfires, it seems. But thank you for your input on the bind rune video. That sounds like it will be something that we plan for next Sunday. On the Facebook page, if you go down to the description of the video, Sunday at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time is when I go live there on Facebook, and you guys are welcome to join in and become a part of that live discussion. So great. Thank you. Thank you again, Billy, for your time and effort tonight in the live chat, for moderating the comments. Again, it is greatly appreciated. I can't thank you enough, man. While I'm doing all this stuff for you, kind of keeping an eye on things. Thank you very much. But let me go ahead, guys, and kind of wrap things up now. I'm going to do a few more runes tonight, get settled in for the night. Thank you for joining me. It's been a fun 2 hours, drama free. You know, drama free 2 hours. We get to interact. We get to talk. Hopefully, some of the links that we've shared with some of you folks in different areas have helped you connect with some of the heathens in your areas. Definitely follow Midgard Musings on Facebook, because there's stuff that gets posted all the time that is, I think, helpful to the growth of the heathen community and maybe can help in the connection process of you reaching heathens in your area. So definitely follow the Facebook page if you are on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like like the videos, like the page, or subscribe to the page. Make sure bell notifications are enabled. One more time before we end the video. This is the giveaway item. It is a wood box that I burned the Midgard Musings bind rune logo into the top of. The Elder Futhark runes are burned all the way around the bottom area of this box, and it's sealed and stained. This is a giveaway item that I will be giving away on March 4th during the March 4th Monday night live stream. The way you enter the giveaway or enter the contest for this giveaway is to subscribe to the channel, enable bell notifications, take a screenshot of those things, email me at midgardmusingstn@gmail.com with a number that you have selected between 1 and 1,000. And then on Monday, March 4th, during the live stream on that night, I will do a random number selection. And the number that wins, if your number wins or if you're closest to the number that is randomly drawn, you win that box. All right? So thank you all so much for watching tonight's live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being a part of this. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for, each and every one of you. Thank you, Billy, for moderating, and have a great night. And I will see you all again in next week's video. Have a great night.